Here I am back on Nome Beach. Today I'm going to spend a full day of beach mining and I'm going to see how much gold I can get. So I've been working this spot for quite some time, probably like the last month and a half. Ever since I've been here, bad weather days have been coming up. I started up there, been scraping all that clay. I started up there and it was really good. Came down here and as you can see, look at this. Right here, it's really red. This is what I'm following right here. You can see it starts, it kind of like goes up and down, so you just got to follow it. But yeah, it comes up over here. And you know, I've been taking pans as I go. Let me do a quick pan for you, show you what I got going on. So the closer you get to these like little cobbles, that's where the really good gold is, right above this layer of cobbles. So actually, let me take my hand and go like this. As you can see, like right here is that red layer. So I'm gonna do this, take some of this right here. Oh, that's nice and red. So I can scrape this crappy sand away, and you can see it turns like a deep dark red. I hope you can see it, but there we go. I'm just gonna take this one little bit. There's a stone right here, but that's where all the good dirt is. And then boom, it turns to the sand, right to this rocky stuff. So there's this very distinct layer. All right, so I mean, this is if I put it all together in my hand, I mean it's a handful of dirt. This is all there is in there. Well, pan it out, see how many colors you can get. So I brought this blue tub with me because before there was a whole bunch of water like in these like holes, but it hasn't been raining in a while, so there's no more water left. So you got to bring your own water. So I just brought this tub so I can do some panning as I go. Okay, so this is one of the weaker pans, but there's still probably good 50 colors right there. Out of that one little tiny handful of dirt, there's probably like 50 right there. I just did a pan and it had like 100, 150, so that's why I went and grabbed my camera, like, oh, I better make a video. But of course, as soon as I do a pan, it's gone. But yeah, there's 50 colors right there, so that's really good. The 200's much better. But yeah, I just been basically I just took this one little circle of dirt. I already threw it in the back of the car. This car can't handle a lot of weight. It's probably like 300 pounds in there so far. I can probably go to 500 pounds before this car starts bottoming out, because you know, I need a lot of clearance to go over these hills and bumps, so I can't really load it too much. So I'm gonna spend another 10 minutes and scrape some dirt, fill the car, go back, and we'll wash some dirt in the beach box. Yeah, let me see if I can give you a good show of how the dirt is here. So I'm removing the top layer of sand. This is all just junk. Actually, I usually throw it behind me, but I'm holding the camera, so I'm shoveling one-handed right now. So we get down. So I removed all that sand, and then there it is, that nice rich red layer right there. Right there, look how purple that one is. That's gonna be really good. There should be some good gold in that. Maybe I'll take a pan of that. Oh wow, look at that streak. See how deep dark red that is? There's even, looks like quite a bit of black sand. So actually, let's take just a tiny bit of this and get the stuff that's right down on the layer. There we go. So I mean, that's just maybe 2 handfuls in this one. And let me clean this pan off, make sure it's really clean. I want to contaminate it with the gold from the last pan. All right, there's not a speck in there. All right, there we go. It's probably like a pan. It's probably just like a handful and a half. So pan this out, see what's in that one. All right, getting down to the bottom. Again, just kind of doing a quick pan because I can't spend too much time. I mean, I know there's really good gold right here, so I'm just trying to find the really high grade pay streak. And I'll kind of explain that in a minute. Just finish this pan and I'll talk about how the gold kind of forms here, to the best of my knowledge at least. All right, let's take a look. Oh wow, yeah, I can see a bunch of gold even up top already. So this was only maybe 6 inches away from where I did that other pan. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm getting some small little flakes in there. It's all just starting to roll down the pan. Again, just doing this really quick. I mean, I'm already seeing 30 colors. Oh wow, look at that. There's a whole line of gold. There's probably a couple hundred in this one. It's really fine, but yeah, look at all, there's a whole bunch of colors there. And then look at that, there's like almost a smiley face. That's freaking nuts. That's a couple hundred pieces right there. Oh, and it keeps coming too. Look at it all on the edge, all around the edge there. Wow, that's a fantastic pin. I mean, the weight is nothing. I mean, that's probably like 15 cents worth of gold, but I mean, you saw the size of the shovel I took. It was like a handful and a half. And look at that, I can start making a pile. I can pile it all together. And that's just a little tiny handful. So I mean, if every shovelful's like 10 cents, I mean, it takes a lot of shovelfuls, but you know, there's quite a bit of gold. You know, a gram or two will add up pretty quick. So yeah, this pan had a couple, probably, I don't know, at least 150, I would say. That's cool. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, but there's a whole little smiley face way up high. It's micro stuff, but cool. Nonetheless, that's really cool. I don't really good. So I'm not going to do any more test pans because there's a lot of gold right here. So it seems like, as you can see, people have been digging just this line right here. So there's a line. This is the pay streak right here, and this is exactly in that line where that heavy gold was right there. And I've been doing pans down there, so that one was only like 50, and I've been digging up here a little bit, and this was only like 50, 60. So it's only a little tiny thin strip that has really good, great gold. I actually did a little test pan there to see if it keeps going, and it does. There's some good gold there. So, you know, this is a beach. So what happens, you know, the waves come up in a big storm, not like a, you know, not like a little storm, but a real heavy, serious, like wow storm. The water will come up and actually will crash into the bank here, and just you know, the water coming up and down and up and down, it'll hit the tundra. There's gold in the tundra, so new gold will start coming down the beach, and then just wherever it like breaks, and kind of like where the waves circle and break and stuff, is where, you know, the back and forth motion of the waves will just make like a line. And it's not always, it's not down the whole damn beach. It's you got to find it. It's underneath all this regular sand and gravel and rock. You just have to, you have to do like hundreds of pans down the beach to find a nice little area like this one. Well, back here at the home base, I've been shoveling dirt for probably like 45 minutes. So yeah, I just gotta kind of do like small shovelfuls like that, you know, just a quarter of the way full. Kind of spread it in there a little bit. Then you gotta wait. This looks kind of clear. Drop the other little bit in there. Yeah, you can't just shovel into these boxes. It's not like, you know, you can unload real quick and go down the beach, get another load, and just dump it in there. At least with this size box. There's some people down the beach, they got much bigger boxes. You know, if you're doing high volume, that's the way you want to go. But even this box is pretty big, and still, just gotta go slow with it. You can't just dump the material in. Well, I'm gonna keep shoveling away. So this is my first load. Hopefully I'll get 4 in. 4 loads will probably take like 8 hours. It's like an hour to dig, an hour to get rid of it. So a good 8-hour day, I'll probably get 4 loads. Let's see what kind of gold's in 4 loads. Well, back at it. I got my 3rd load here. I thought I was going to be able to do 4, but I'm just going to do 3 today. It took me like an hour and a half just to get this load here, so it's taking a little longer than I thought. But yeah, definitely see gold in the riffles. We'll take a look a little later on, but it's already, I think it's 8:30 already, so 8:30 at night, so I just want to finish this up. All done. Just finished doing all my sand, so this is all pretty clean. Gotta chuck it back in the car, but yeah, see some gold in there. So the sand kind of, when I turned it down, the sand kind of fell over on the riffles, but you can see, you know, there's some gold in the riffles there, looking pretty good. Oh yeah, looking good down over on this side, down in there. Yeah, oh, even all the way down here, there's a big line right there on the carpet here. Probably because when I turned it down, it kind of, because it's all over the top of the carpet here. It's quite a bit. It's all super fine. Look at all the, it's all gold down there. See if there's any down at the end of the box. There is some gold down at the end, but not too much. There's a couple down here. I mean, you're gonna lose some. There's one at the very end ready to go over. Definitely gonna lose some. I mean, what can you do? There's not a lot. It's kind of speckled in here. There's quite a bit up here though. Yeah, it's all glitter up in here. Pretty cool. Well, hopefully I got a few grams today. We'll find out. All right, let's see what time it is. It's 9:30 at night. Check it out, this little whole bunch of dredges out here. This excavator dredges is going, and then I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 dredges right here. Yeah, still at 9:30 at night, hardcore. And then way down there on the end, that's the Myrtle Irene and the Christine Rose is down there. So there's 2 more. See another one down there. So yeah, no one really rests when the weather turns nice. The weather finally kind of broke, but we're waiting on a diver. That's why we didn't go out today. Just I'm the only diver on the boat today, so we're just waiting for the other diver to come in, and hopefully we'll be hitting the ocean tomorrow. But in the meantime, I did some beach boxing, so yeah, looks, I mean, geez, it looks really well. There's a whole bunch of gold glittered in here. This is awesome. This should be a good clean out, I hope. Pull the carpets. I just pulled this black mat, and there's way more gold than I thought. It's all hiding under these riffles. See it all? It's real fine. But man, there's quite a bit of gold in here. Cool. This should be a halfway decent clean out. I mean, it's small, but there's a lot. You know, I'll be real happy with 4 grams today. But yeah, I gotta be careful. See, it's floating right there. See all the gold floating on the surface? So gotta be careful. Look at it, just following my finger. All right, so pretty cleaned up, and just got to clean up here, get the car all set, put the tub in there, and go back to the boat. So I set up a little Keen mini cleanup sluice thing there, and this is all the cons that I have. That's what's cool about that little mat. The mat in my beach box is exactly the same mat that's in here, and it's really cool for cleanups because it doesn't hold that much material. So I was able to put it all in this pan. Just gonna run it through that. We'll see what we get. For a scoop. This flap is kind of broken. It needs to be down just a little bit. See the water speed up when I do it? That's what it should be, right? Just like that. So I'm actually going to put a little bit of material on this flap to help weigh it down. That's a little better. Let's see how it goes. There we go, I can move with that. Alright, so let's see, oh, I see gold already. Cool. And there's a line of gold in that first riffle. So that's pretty cool. You can see there's some very small finds in there. And that was only like 2 or 3 scoops, so yeah, I don't know, hoping for a few grams at least to make it worth it. Well, we'll find out. Alright, almost down to the bottom, so yeah, this is what we got so far. This is looking really well. Look at that. There's gold all the way down there. Can't believe that. That's pretty cool. This is probably my best day beach mining, and I didn't even hit it that hard. I just kind of hit a good spot, you know. So just keep on going, and just about finished. So I'll just finish up the rest of this and we'll take a look. So it's been running for a few minutes. It's pretty much as clean as it's gonna get. I'm gonna have to pan the rest of the way. So let's turn that off. Wow, pretty cool. I didn't expect that much gold. Yeah, looks, I mean, all in these little ones. These little riffles are full. The big ones. There's still a lot of black sand in the big riffles, but you know, I can see it there. It's quite a bit of gold in that first one. The second one, wow. Well, clean up and see what it is. Alright, it's cleanup time. So everything's in the pan here. And I've just been slowly rocking it back and forth, trying to get that black sand out. So it's looking really good. That looks pretty good. It looks way more than it really is, just because it's small, but there's gonna definitely be a few grams in there. I'm surprised how much it was. So that's 3 loads. There's still lots and lots of black sand in there, so just keep on working at it, just doing like a half swirl. So I'm just swirling halfway and then bringing it back down, and just slowly gets that black sand out of there. And then you know, every once in a while I'll just bring that gold back up. I mean, you're not gonna get it all, there's still some that fell down here, but I mean, what's a few flakes? No big deal, I can run it next time. So I'll just go like that, and on this side, just because the way I swirl it, black sand always kind of meets the gold here, so I'll just go like this and rub that black sand back down. Like I said, you're gonna miss a little bit of gold, but we'll get it next time. So now I've got like a pretty clean half pan, and then I'll bring the pan down, and then I'll just tap the end just like this. Just kind of tap it. If you tap it too much, you'll see the gold starts climbing up the pan, and it'll hit the water surface and then start floating. So you don't want to tap it too much. Make sure it's underwater. But that's just kind of bringing the gold to the edge of the pan here. And then I'll just shake that gold that was up top here back down, and then continue with the half swirls. It's kind of time consuming. I'm sure there's much better ways. I'm not like a master panner or nothing, but this is kind of a slow method, but it works. And eventually you'll get all that black sand out, and you can start snuffering it. Alright, so I'll get back to you when I'm down to the gold. Well, finished panning, and I got everything in the snuffer bottle here. Not too much. I'm guessing maybe 2 or 3 grams at least. Like I said, it looks like so much more in the pan with the black sand, but as soon as you get all that black sand out, all the gold kind of dwindles down. But here we go. I'll put it in the pan here so I can clean it just a little bit more, because there still might be a little bit of black sand still left in it. So I'll just do like a little super clean. But there we go. That's all the gold I got, and this was just today. That was 3 loads. Actually, there's not much black sand in there. There's looks like some bits of lead or something, some kind of heavy rock or something. All right, so I'll just swirl this a little bit. I'll do a super clean, and then I'm gonna put it in a frying pan, fry it up, and we'll lay it up. But there we go. That's what I got today. That's just today, 3 loads. Pretty cool. All right, time to fry it up. Let's see. There it is. Now this is like probably like 95% of the gold. I know I still have like a few hundred little fly poops in there, and then when I was panning, I wasn't like too careful, but I'm saving all of my little painting tubs there, and you know, with my next clean out, I'll probably rerun it through that. So I just keep on, you know, rerunning. I don't do perfect cleanouts because it's just not worth the time. So another thing too here, when I get a little bit of this water out, I always do it back into a pan, because you'll get some floaters probably. Sometimes you get some big floaters, they'll float right out. So I just get like most of the water out, and then just burn off the rest. See right there, all those floaters. See it? So yeah, you gotta be careful. I always definitely pour the water into a pan. There we go. Fry it up. I'll let it cook for a few minutes. Get the scale ready. I'll tear it up when it's dry. There it is. That's not looking too bad, actually. So I usually always get some that sticks, so screwdriver handy. Just kind of loosen it up. How's that? There we go. There we go. Double zeros, grams. See what it is. 1 gram, 2 grams, 3 grams, 378. A little bit more in there. Oh, almost 4. Well, that's cool. 3 grams. Well, almost 4. 375. Not bad. Cool. And that's really clean too. So I'm sure with my losses that I have in these, I'm sure I got 4 grams. So not bad. 4 grams. So, and I could have done better if I started a little earlier. Did a 4th run. But cool. Not bad. All right. See you next time.